Hello and welcome to my course. I'm Ira Vok. If we haven't met yet, I'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn. Feel free to also check out my website at iravok.com and reach out with any questions or comments. All right, let's dive in. In the lessons ahead, we'll break down how AI search platforms actually work, how travelers are already using them, and the exact strategies you can start implementing today to stay both visible and bookable in this new ecosystem. Chapter 1 is to establish some basic foundations. How AI search is conducted today on different platforms and how it looks in terms of where this is all headed. In Chapter 2, we will talk about the huge difference between search and actual booking. We'll touch on the MCP a little bit as well because that's important to understand. Chapter 3, we'll dive into how AI search differs from traditional SEO and review those prioritization parameters that are critical to optimizing your content for AI platforms. Chapter 4 is all about action, because your AI presence is not going to optimize itself. It needs your help. Chapter 5 will essentially help you understand where to start and how to structure those efforts in your organization. Let's get started. Before we begin, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to my course partners for making this presentation possible and supporting the advancement of knowledge about AI in the hospitality industry. 8560, Hyperfunnel, and Agentic Hospitality. Let's do it. Chapter 1, the foundation. The focus here is on generative engine optimization, GEO, or you might also hear it called AEO, answer engine optimization, or even AIO, AI optimization. We haven't really come up with a standard name for it yet, but whatever you call it, the idea is the same. Making sure your hotel brand shows up, gets cited, and actually gets booked in an AI-driven world. Why is this such a big deal, you ask? Well, because AI isn't just summarizing the internet anymore. It's completely reshaping how travelers discover and book hotels. Instead of giving people a list of links, AI uses something called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG for short. That means AI does the searching, sifts through the info, and delivers one trusted answer with perhaps a few alternatives. And if your brand isn't in that answer, well, for that traveler, you basically don't exist. As you know, things in the AI world change faster than your girlfriend's mood, and as you'll learn in a bit, all AI platforms have a slightly different approach to prioritizing response results. However, the good news is this: there are some fundamental things that can be derived from that logic. It's not really rocket science either. They're really just common sense practices that aren't likely to do 180 anytime soon. So you can go ahead and start implementing them today. No PhD required, I promise. Hey, you don't even need to be an experienced SEO marketer to figure out what to do next after you finish this course. It's all basic stuff, really. So here's the big takeaway. The age of AI search is here. It's smarter, more contextual, more personalized, and more action-oriented. Travelers are going to expect AI to do the Googling for them, and your role as a hotel marketer or operator is to make sure your hotel is part of that answer. First of all, let's quickly review what AI platforms exist and what big players you need to know about. On the screen, you see the comparison of the most popular AI platforms and their functionalities as of today. I repeat, as of today, because things change fast, as we've established. ChatGPT by OpenAI, the first mainstream chatbot. I personally use it the most. It can do many things, and in the agent mode, it now browsers the web and can even make a booking on your behalf. We'll review that in more details later. Claude by Anthropic, known for safety and a huge context window. It can connect to the web and is used widely as a trusted AI assistant. Access Grok, still in the awkward teenage phase, but designed for real-time answers using X. formerly Twitter data. Google Gemini. This one lives right inside Google search, so you can't avoid it even if you tried. It pulls hotels and flights from Google Travel and delivers AI-generated trip planning results at scale. Perplexity AI, an interesting animal, we'll review it in more detail later, a hybrid of search plus AI chatbot, giving concise answers with citations popular among users who want both clarity and trust. There is also Microsoft Copilot, built into Bing and Windows, Meta's Llama, open source models powering assistants across Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and beyond, and DeepSeek, a rising player from China, laser focused on cost-efficient AI search. On the screen here, you can see a few more functionalities down here in the table. But again, this changes fast. And as I mentioned, ChatGPT is probably the most universal tool at this moment. So that is the reason why I prefer ChatGPT. Together, these platforms are reshaping how people plan trips. Travelers are no longer just typing keywords into Google. They're increasingly turning to AI assistants to plan, compare, and even book hotels. So instead of typing hotels in Paris and then doom scrolling through 27 tabs of options, travelers can now ask, find me a boutique hotel near the Eiffel Tower with free breakfast, and get one tailored answer, maybe a couple options. That's the new reality of search. And for hoteliers, the critical question is this: how do you make sure your property is part of that answer? Well, by the end of lecture 5, you'll know how. And again, not really rocket science. What we're seeing is that user needs and expectations have significantly evolved. They are more personalized. Your AI assistant already knows more about you than you want to admit, and you provide even more context in the query. They're more timely. It's like everyone has ADHD symptoms. We can't plan ahead that much anymore. We need things right now because we just remembered that today's Friday and we want to leave town for the weekend and we didn't think of it when it was Thursday. And they're more complex too. We're starting to trust our AI assistants to do the actual thinking for us. And they deserve that trust, I have to admit. Arguably, they're better project managers than most of us. Here's the basic flow of AI Googling the answer for you. First, it's going to make an attempt to understand what you actually want from it. Unlike with traditional Google search, you no longer really need to be super specific. For example, you don't have to say, what is the weather today? You can say, how does it feel like outside? Or, do I need an umbrella? Those things, AI things, are becoming smarter and smarter in interpreting user intent. Then, it's going to go into the field and do the work for you. It goes and fetches multiple sources. We'll talk about the sources later, not just one specific website. And this is where the main value sits, number 3. It won't just pick random number of sources from all of the ones it looked at. It will make an intelligent decision about which ones to filter out and which ones to use in the answer. And this is really what our course is about. We want to understand how it makes that decision. The final step, displaying the answer to the user. All of this, of course, happens super fast and behind the scenes, and we don't see it in action, though it's for some reason very soothing to watch it type word by word. Though actually in ChatGPT agent mode, you can now follow its work. You can actually see what's going on behind the scenes, what it's doing, and what websites it's looking at, etc. So let's see how different platforms currently handle search. We will test ChatGPT regular mode, free version, Gemini free version, and Perplexity free version. So let's start with ChatGPT. We're testing a search for a hotel in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico for spring break 2026. And I specifically requested that it goes and searches, looks up the dates for spring break in the San Diego Unified School District. So I wanted to actually make an intelligent decision in regards to which dates to pick for the booking. So it actually was successful. It found dates. And then it provided a few options for hotels It looked at that do include OTAs and also looks like travel blog, some external sources. It gave me a quick comparison table because it knows I have OCD. I like comparisons. It knows me well. Recommendations, next steps, and whatnot. So I'm happy with the answer, but it didn't give me an option to book, right? Let's check Gemini, standard algorithm, the latest at this point, as of September 25. The same prompt, same query, we're asking for all of the same parameters. It went and looked, it did find the spring break dates, offered me a few options, and check it out. It's also giving me an ability to see rates and inventory right there within the chat window because of obviously Google's Google Hotel API, which provides information, ARI data to Gemini. If you do click on one of the options, it does take you to Google Hotels page where you can complete the transaction. Now let's switch to Perplexity. This one is a very interesting animal, as you see. Same query. It's going to look at the San Diego Unified School District spring break dates first, and then it's starting to look at hotels. As you will see, it pulls up tons of TripAdvisor links. This is due to their partnership with TripAdvisor, which results in the fact that right now Perplexity essentially is an aggregator. It was able to pull up the dates, correct dates for the spring break, and then again gave a few options of hotels to choose from. All of this again comes from TripAdvisor data. If you click on one of the hotels, you can see that you can look up availability and rates, and the rates would be provided from different channels, just like you would see in an aggregator like TripAdvisor again. If you do click on one of those, it takes you to the actual website where that rate is pulled from, in this case Expedia, hotels.com, and others. So what is really happening here? AI isn't just some shiny gadget anymore on this side. It's become both a new booking funnel and a new booking channel. Now, you might have heard the doomsayers whispering AI is going to make hotel websites obsolete. Well, my opinion, not so fast. Let's be clear, your website is not going the way of the fax machine yet. AI still leans on the websites a lot for context, for booking flows. Let's be honest also, because the hotel industry is way too fragmented to ever run on pure APIs. So no, your website isn't disappearing, but it is evolving, or it has to. Hotel websites can't just be dressed up for human eyeballs or designed to please Google's SEO bots anymore. They now need to speak AI fluently. In short, AI search is rewriting the rules of hotel visibility. Based on the study of 3,000 websites conducted by Ahrefs in February 2025, 63% of sites receive AI traffic overall. So not everyone, but still a big portion. 98% of all AI traffic is sent by 3 chatbots. ChatGPT leading the pack, that accounts for 50% of all AI traffic. Perplexity is second, and then Gemini. Everybody else is really not playing a big role in it. ChatGPT has over 300 million weekly users. Perplexity is serving on over 100 million queries per week. So these guys are big, cannot be ignored. While AI bots still make up just a small slice of actual web traffic, we'll dig into the numbers later in this course and also debate whether clicks are even the right thing to measure anymore. One thing's already clear. These leads are like the VIP guests of traffic. They're higher quality and they actually convert. And honestly, that makes perfect sense if you think about it. These aren't random hotels near me clicks from someone procrastinating at work. These are hyper-personalized queries with context baked in. The use of Gen AI is obviously not limited to retail. Traffic to US travel, leisure, and hospitality sites from Gen AI sources increased by 1,700% 25% in February 2025 compared to July 2024. According to Accenture's survey of 18,000 consumers across 14 countries, 80% of travelers are using AI tools for travel purposes. And over half are willing to let AI fully manage their travel planning and booking. This marks a significant shift toward AI eventually becoming the primary channel for travel planning. The top use cases among AI users include general search, for 54% of respondents, travel inspiration, 43%, local food recommendations, transportation planning, itinerary creation, budget management, and even packing assistance. Once users land on a travel site, Adobe Analytics data shows a 45% lower bounce rate among consumers coming from a Gen AI source, showing a more informed and engaged consumer. So what does this mean for hotels? Traditional SEO still matters, but AI-driven search is already absorbing top and mid-funnel queries. In short, search isn't disappearing, but AI is rapidly reshaping it, and hotels that adapt now will capture visibility where travelers are already looking. So where is this going? Analysts agree AI search isn't a fad, it's a fast approaching shift. Gartner predicts traditional search volume could drop 25% by 2026. And by 2028, brands may lose 50% or more of organic traffic as consumers embrace AI-powered search. Other studies back this up. SEMrush forecasts that by 2028, LLM-based search may account for up to 75% of search-related value, overtaking traditional traffic in many industries. For hotels, the timeline looks something like this. Now through 2026, traditional search still dominates, but AI is grabbing 5 to 10% of queries and growing. 26-28, rapid transition. AI summaries and agents begin surpassing traditional search. Post-28, LLMs could become the default way travelers plan and book. Bottom line, the apex of AI dominance in search is fast approaching, with many projections converging on 2027-2028 as the tipping point when LLMs become the default. The foundations of that shift are already here: AI overviews, declining traditional clicks, and rapid chatbot adoption. Well, this concludes Chapter 1. In the next lecture, we'll talk about tracking and conversion, and also about the huge difference between search and actual booking, and what booking models already exist on AI platforms and how they're evolving. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in a bit.